right.
All right. It's now that time of the show that always follows our interviews. At least it has historically. The How did you do that? Where we show you how we created one of our crazy scenes or video lessons from the Great eCourse Adventure or something else. And today, for the How Did You Do That section, we're actually going to show a rap video that we made.
Yeah, so this is something that Brad came up, this idea. He wanted to do some more interesting marketing than what's usually out there. And so, yeah, he approached me, it was like last summer.
Yeah.
And that he wanted to do this rap battle between, these two characters, Brad in kind of more real life and this character that's part of our Great eCourse Adventure, Slick Rick, who kind of represents that shady side of marketing. And, they're going to like bring it and battle it out. So I'm just going to switch here my screen, bring it over. And so here we go. So we're going to watch it. It's just 3 minutes long, and then we're just going to chat about the experience and then try to finish up here in the next six minutes or so, just so if you're listening. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the epic eCourse rap battle. Slick Rick versus B-Rad. Begin.
Step right up and learn my new blueprint for making six figures faster than you can think. Come on, Slick Rick, you're making me feel sick with all of your schemes for getting rich quick. Don't listen to him, he's just a jealous Scrooge. Now pay attention, and I'll tell you what to do. So first things first, you gotta make a course. So slap together a PowerPoint and PDF resource. Come on, Rick, that's your advice? To make a half-assed e-course without thinking twice? The name of the game is to move your students forward, so you better get creative or they'll quit cause they're bored. Forget that guy, he's a wiener anyway. It's time for the best part, how you get paid. So here's what you do, you slap a big price on your course, because they'll think the value must be worth way more. In the art of douchebaggery, I understand your game, but it's moves like this that give e-learning a bad name. Aw, you're gonna make me cry, but if you follow him, your business will die. So let's move to the third thing that you will need to do. Build your lead magnet to attract people too. You gotta promise big with the free thing as your bait, then upsell to your paid course that you create. Well, the first thing that I'll say is these are people, not leads. So rather than manipulating, delight them for free. If you focus on service and giving value up front, then they'll know if they like you and what you do is what they want. Sounds like a winning strategy for a loser. Whatever, Slick Rick. Whatever. Once you flush them down your funnel and give their gift at no cost, send a ton of emails till they buy or get lost. To ensure they buy fast, you gotta play on their fear. Make them feel like a loser if they don't buy now and here. Or instead of that strategy, you can play the long game, which is to create amazing offerings that give you a good name. As people's lives change and word starts to spread, you'll be a trusted leader rather than him, whose reputation will be dead. Whatever. So this brings us to my one final step. Sign up for my e-course and I'll show you the rest. For one easy payment of $9.97, I'll lead you myself to six-figure heaven. But you need to act now cause there's limited space, and I only work with people who take action today. Bravo, Slick Rick. That sounds like quite a deal, or perhaps I should say, more like a steal. So with all this being said, it's time to choose your own fate. Do you follow down Rick's path or do you make something great? That's the worst advice I've heard in all my time, cause you're a loser if you don't follow mine. Peace out. Thanks for the epic eCourse rap battle, Rick. Good luck with your online business.
That was fun.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun. I remember I was doing stonework at our old property, and I was out in the garden, and the lyrics of that song just started coming to me, and I just kept like line by line. I would just like plug them into my phone with voice to text, and that rap video actually came from frustration. I was just so freaking tired with the sales funnels and like the trying to make people feel bad for not buying your product, and like basically everything Rick rapped about, I was just watching it come and be bombarded into my email box every time somebody was launching a course, and I was just really fed up with it. And we were, really living by these other principles, and I just wanted these two opposing forces to have this rap battle, which, I mean, ultimately we were doing all of the things Rick was saying in that video before the Great eCourse Adventure.
It's what most of us learn. It's just kind of the way the industry has evolved.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to a point where I think we're on to it. Most of us, kind of get upset when we're just bombarded and afraid to give our email to anybody for a free ebook. And it's just like, every day another email. And it's just like, no, leave me alone.
So for that one, I wanted that to be my first big green screen project.
So how did we do that?
First
of all, how did we do that? I missed it. At first I want to say that was really good. Since we've been working together, you've been learning so much just through being around, producing things with me, right? And
the great Blair Deeney's a good man.
And so that was your first attempt at a multi-layered green screen based production.
Yeah. So first I'll start. The way that we did the music is I had the idea I wanted to do this video, and I wrote the lyrics. I had the lyrics in a Google Doc, and then I found a beat that was not the beat you hear in that through Audio Jungle, and I basically did a really terrible, rough first draft of the rap. Right. Where I just recorded the sound and I did the rap, and I was like, Blair, here's the rap I did. Will you help me do this? And we literally he was like, sure. He came over and we found the right beat that you hear in that.
Yeah, we produced the music for you.
In a few hours, less than a few hours. It took a few run-throughs, and we had what you now see there.
Just a basic beat to be able to let you rap over. And then we recorded his rap as if you came to the studio, except my recording studio for audio, and we recorded you on both characters. We put it together so that the audio track was separate. Yeah. And then it came to recording the video.
Yeah.
Right? The actual music video for that track.
And if you notice, when I'm holding the mic, this was Blair's idea, I'm holding the mic so my hand's in front of my mouth, so you couldn't tell I was lip syncing as much.
But, if you're really watching, definitely room for improvement. And these are the attention to details that we talk about a lot in green screen magic, because the magic lies in the details. So, for myself, just because this is my profession, I could really see that, and it stands out, that room for potential. So Brad, you could have really done a little more work to just sync up.
Thanks, man. Well, I think definitely what I see here is my color blending was not there. The lighting,
you look you're sunburnt. A
lobster. Well, what do you think Rick does? He sits on a beach in Mexico and drinks margaritas all day, every day. So he is sunburnt.
Yeah, little things like that. Because even now, when you look, if you're watching this and not listening, you can see our skin tone here, us live now, and the colors up top, and it kind of looks, it's a little distracting.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's just a few more things. Just get into your color hues and stuff like that. Does this look realistic to me?
And then the stage behind there, I built that. So I got the actual staging background from Adobe Stock Photo. I looked for stage or whatever.
We found some speakers.
Yeah, those were PNG files that I got that I just literally
stock footage,
Photoshop those in. Same as the slide projector there. I just popped that in myself.
Yeah.
The two lights up in the top corner I added myself.
And there's a shot here of me in the background DJing just to bring some realism. So these are all separate layers. We shot Brad individually. Right, so you rapping to your part, then he dressed up as Slick Rick, and we recorded that. Then we did a shot of me just kind of in the background by itself, and you learned to kind of play with perspective to make that look right.
Yeah.
In the background, just relationship to the size of me, to the size of your speakers that you wanted. And
then Nate at the beginning, he's a buddy of ours. He wanted to get into some video stuff, and he wanted to come hang out with us for the night that we were shooting this in the studio. So we gave him a role. And we actually had if you play the beginning again, we had a mattress off to the side where he dove off the stage, and he actually landed on a mattress just off.
Yeah, here, let's cue it.
eCourse rap battle! Slick Rick versus B-Rad! Begin!
So he literally like went flying off stage into a mattress. And like, you know, we were filming this on a pretty small green screen. You know, we just had me walk in from the one side, and then the Slick Rick went from the other side. Like, it was pretty small space that we recorded this.
If we looked at the green screen footage, our green screen, if you look at where my mouse is for Slick Rick, probably would have ended right here.
Yeah.
So my camera could have him properly walk off, so therefore the green screen came off camera to properly do that. And same with you, Brad. You know, here was probably the edge looking at way. And then, where your sight lines are, because when you're watching it, like, hey, wait a minute, it actually looks pretty good the way we sight lined it. So we're looking at each other when you're doing your disses. So, good job, man.
I had so much fun doing that. And I think it might end up being something that we may end up redoing in the near future for promotional pieces, because next week we've got some special guests. We have Erin Athene, and she has a web development and app development company called Purpose 5. And she has a business partner, Jessica Jobs, and what they're doing is really cool. We actually just signed up for their 8-week course. And basically they're helping consistently again and again and again help people's websites convert at 20 to 50%.
Incredible.
Consistently all the time. And so we're signing up because we're doing our eCourse Adventures rebrand. And we're like, well, let's dig into this. So they're going to help us with our website, our new website that we're building with the new brand, and our new opt-ins that we're going to be doing. And I mean, we're going to be converting it over 20%. And so next week they're going to be our guests. They're going to tell us some of the things that they're doing to get these conversion rates and tell us some stories.
It's going to be so good.
And they may have some spots. If you want in and you're watching this right now, shoot us an email and we can introduce you to them, because their next workshop, the one we're in, starts tomorrow. And then they've got another group starting next Friday, I believe. So anyways, let us know. It's going to be a great conversation. Erin is a beautiful human being who's had some great success in business, and she's a part of the mentorship program that I joined. I call it CEO School, but it's called the Viatech Accelerator Program. It's going to be a great conversation, so we're looking forward to that. That'll be next Tuesday. You'll get an email if you're on our email list.
And subscribe below if you're watching this live on our channel, so you'll also hear about that coming up next.
And if you're not in it, check out the great eCourseAdventure.com and start our free trial and begin climbing the Mountain to Launch Summit, where we'll help you create the greatest eCourse you can possibly imagine.
Awesome. So thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Thanks, Tad, so much. Can't wait to chat with you again. Until next time.
Sayonara.